Okay, so I actually opened this position a week today. So this time last week, in the afternoon, I believe. Well, there it was. There, look, 20 to 5. So what we had it seen on the Friday, just before the 4th of July celebrations, we seen a massive pump. You can see it there. Look, an absolutely incredible pump and dump. I'd actually said it when we were well into the session because it was extremely difficult to identify if it truly was a pump and dump. But there was definitely at a point where I told the guys in my trading community and my Telegram group that it was a pump and dump, and you can clearly see it's a pump and dump. So here's my entry here. The reason that I held this position for so long was because the Dow was sitting at 34.5k. So on the Friday, it had actually reached its all-time high for the year. So year to date, it was the all-time high. So a new place in the short position and holding it would be a fantastic entry. And I actually told my students and the guys in my Telegram group that they should also done the same, and a number of them did. Although I don't think they've held for as long as me. So we're currently sitting at almost 800 points up, so 3.6k. It's an incredible it's an incredible trade. But the only reason that I've held it for so long was because of the price that the Dow was actually sitting at. So if that had been sitting at 32, 33, I wouldn't have held it for as long as I have. The only reason that I've held it is because it was sitting at the high for the year. So I knew there had to be, a large pullback, and I knew that I would get at least 500 points out of this trade, and I was thinking, I might even get 1,000 out of it. But it depends on the setup. As I said, if the Dow wasn't sitting at 34.5k, I wouldn't have held it for this long, so I wouldn't have almost 800 points. So I think it's important to understand when you should hold for a prolonged period of time and take maximum points, and then there's other times when you've got to get in and out, in a couple of hours or something. But this is also a fantastic example to show, even if you're trading with a small account, that you can make some serious returns. Even with a small account, taking 800 points from the Dow, that's an incredible trade, an absolutely incredible trade. So those possibilities are there, but again, you have to know the right time to do it, i.e. the correct setup. So if this was to happen again and we see another rally to 34.5k on the Dow, listen, I'll certainly be doing the same again. I'll be going in and holding a position again and looking for at least 500 points. So, I've said for a long time that, there's endless possibilities in the stock market, and this is a wonderful example of that. Me holding this trade for such a long time. And listen, it takes a lot of patience to hold a trade for this long. Okay, a week. It'll be a week this afternoon, actually. So it's something to think about. But again, you have to know when to do it. So as I said, at some point the Dow is going to go back to 34.5k, and I'm going to do the same again, the exact same again. I'm going to take a short position and hold it. So this is an incredible trade, a truly incredible trade. Traders don't realize the amount of points that are actually available depending on the setup and depending on the price. Classic example, guys, an absolutely classic example of knowing when to hold and taking 800 points. Okay, I'm not sure when I'm going to close this one. I'm actually not sure when I'm going to close it. I don't know. I was saying to my students on Friday, I might actually just hold this position and use it to hedge. So hedge long positions on the FTSE or even the Dow. So I might not even close this position. I might actually just hold it and use it as a hedging instrument. So we'll see. Okay, guys, so this was actually the Monday after we'd seen the pump on the previous Friday. So this is my Telegram group. So I've said to them first thing in the morning, as I suspected, the Dow opened higher last night, which it did, previous night being Sunday night. I haven't opened any new positions. That last position, the one where I'm 800 points up, I was actually sitting at minus 32 points at the time of writing. So you can see at this price range, you could take a small swing now and hold it for a week or 2 weeks and take 200 or 300 points easily. Right, I've taken 800 points. Over the next 2 weeks, there has to be a significant pullback, and this is our opportunity to take maximum points now. Okay, so I predicted that this was going to happen. These swings should be expected to hold for days, if not weeks. Okay, you know, it's not very often we're going to get these opportunities. It's just not. It's not very often at all. You know, and I've went on to discuss, you know, this is why we have a fantastic opportunity to take so many points from the market, because as you can see there, it was sitting at its all-time high in this year, so year to date. So identifying these opportunities, guys, is very, very important. That's what I do in my trading community. That's what I do in my Telegram group. And, you know, you only get that through experience, right? You only understand that through experience, because I've been trading the Dow for, I think I've been trading the Dow for almost 4 years now. So you get to understand when opportunities come along, and it's only through experience. So you can see that I identified it, and this is what it's about. It's about experience. It's about having the ability to identify opportunities where you need to hold for a considerable amount of time to take maximum points. So fantastic trade. I seen it coming. It's there.